Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we have an offering from Auxito. This is a tire inflator model A501. This is a portable air compressor. So I want to say thank you to Auxito for sending this out for review. I'm very excited about this. It looks like a really nice unit. As you can see here, it's a portable tire inflator used for inflating car tires, bicycle tires, motorcycle tires, balls. You can inflate other things, maybe, you know, like your little raft to float down the river, stuff like that. And on the side here of the package, it says it's got dual LCD displays. You can do preset tire pressures, accurate pressure measurement, fast heat dissipation. It does have 3 lighting modes, so it has a 400 lumen light that'll last 48 hours, and it has on, strobe, or SOS. It does charge via USB. You can use this as a mobile power bank, so it does have a USB power outlet port that puts out 5 volt at 2 amp. And it does memorize the preset values, so very, very cool. Here is a look at the product specifications. So a little bit of rundown on stuff there. So if you want to pause your screen, feel free to do so and read that longer if you wish. And here is a packing list of the unit, what we're going to be expecting to see once we open this up. And then of course, as you can see, this is a product made in China. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm very excited about this one. First thing that you see here is this little yellow card with some tips. Here is the user manual. So the first thing that we see here is the using instructions. Talks a little bit about the buttons on the side of the unit. There's some notes to pay attention to, different modes. And then right here is some different air pressures that you could expect to use. There's the way to turn the light on, how to charge it, power bank function. Very, very cool. Here we have a troubleshooting section. Talks about common problems and solutions for those problems. And I like the way they lay out this user manual. It's very nice, easy to understand. Here is some safety instructions, in case there's anybody out there looking for that kind of information. And then when we flip this over to the back, it talks a little bit briefly about the warranty of the product. And then there is some information on their social media sites, and a QR code in case you want to scan that and get to their Facebook page. And then of course, like I showed earlier on the box itself, there is a packing list of the stuff that comes in it. And here are some specifications of the unit. So very nice. Right here we have a component description. And it looks like a pretty straightforward, easy to understand user manual. That's really all we have there. So as you can see, the packaging is very nice on this product. We have a little hole here. We're just going to pull this up. And there's a box with some stuff inside. So let's go ahead and take a look inside here and see what's included in this box. There's nothing left in there. So we do have this hose. This is what we would use to connect to whichever thing we're going to blow up. Here are some assortments. So if you got a ball, there's a ball needle. A couple different things. Right here we have what appears to be a power cord and a storage bag for the unit. this is nice if you're going to be using this on a motorcycle or something, or a quad, or we'll probably use it on our Rhino. This keeps the unit in this bag, keeps dust and keeps it clean, stuff like that. Now this cord, there's two cords actually that I'm looking at. There's a USB-A to USB-C charging cord, and you can also use this for when you're going to be using it as a power bank. And then of course right here we have a cord here that plugs into a 12-volt outlet, and this cord is used to either run or charge the unit. So very nice, and this is a good long cord. It's almost 10 feet long, 9.8 feet to be exact. So in here, the last thing that we see is the unit itself, and this thing has some heft to it. It feels very solid. I'm not going to say that it's heavy, but it has some weight to it. And as you can see, the packaging on all this stuff is really nice. You do have two different displays, right here and then right here. Right here on this back side, there's the light. This is an air inlet, it looks like. So here's a look at the back of the unit. You've got this USB-C inlet port, so you can plug this in here and charge the unit with USB power. You also have the DC inlet port, so we can use this 9.8 foot cord here and plug it into a cigarette lighter. And I like that this has a little red light that illuminates, lets you know when your cigarette lighter is hot. And then of course the same cord that comes included, we can plug it in here and use this battery bank option and plug this into, let's say, a GoPro or my phone or something like that, and you can use this to charge. Now you do have a series of buttons here on the side. You've got 5 buttons. The one right here in the middle, this is the power button. You have this button which increases the pressure. This button decreases the pressure. This button down here is the modes. And then the one here at the top, this is how you would turn on the flashlight and go through the SOS. And of course, on the back of the unit, here is some more information. Again, feel free to pause your screen if you want to hang on to that, take a screenshot or whatever. So your hose basically threads in just like this, and I like this. They have this little rubber part right here. It makes it where you have some grip. Pretty cool. It just threads in just like that. Pretty easy. Just like that. It does have that O-ring on there, so you can get that nice and tight. And then this is what you would connect to your valve stem, like say for example on your car or your motorcycle. Just thread that on. They do have an adapter. Some of them European bicycles have a different valve stem, so you might need to use this adapter. Of course, if you're going to be blowing up balls and stuff like that. And then of course right here, like I showed earlier, that is the needle for airing up a ball. Okay, right here before I take this little sticker off, you can see that it says long press the power button for 3 seconds. You can turn it on or off, and then short press turns the start and stop of the pump on and off. Again, increase the pressure, decrease the pressure. This is the SOS, and these aren't in order. They're just showing you by icon of what the buttons are. So right here you can see the icon is like the light icon, plus, minus, power, and then this mode switch button. Short press mode switch, long press 2 seconds to switch units. So now that we know what that little cheat sheet says, we'll pull that off and we will long press this button and turn the unit on. So the first thing that I want to point out is this second screen here shows the battery life in real time. We have 85%. Right here it has a preset at 35 psi, so if I push this plus, we would see that those numbers are changing, right? We're up to 36, so you could get whatever pressure you want, whether it's up or down, and get it to what you want. So we'll just go back to 35. Right here you can see that there's a car illuminated. If we push the mode button, you can switch from car to bicycle. You can switch to motorcycles, and it puts in the preset for the motorcycle. And then of course, if you're going to air up a ball, they give you 9 pounds. Again, you can up or down what you want. So if you want to change those parameters a little bit. Now I'm sure that when you go back to the settings, those defaults are probably going to be in place. So the next thing I want to look at is the light. Let's go ahead and push this light button, and as you can see, that light comes on, and that's a pretty good amount of light. If we push the button again, it's going to turn red, and it's going to give us like a red flashing light. So this is cool because maybe your car is broke down, you're on the side of the road, and you want to warn traffic so that they don't come running up on you. This is a good setting for that. And then of course, if we push the light button again, you get a faster blinking light that's also red. It's kind of that SOS mode. Push that again and the light turns off. Now once we have this thing set to whatever mode or unit we want, we can short press the power button and we should hear the air compressor turn on. You can see this gauge right here is in real time, so as I plug it with my thumb, watch what happens. You'll see the numbers change in real time. And then a single press like that turns it off. And then of course long press turns it off entirely. This thing has a maximum PSI of 150. That is pretty good, and it has 36 L per minute. That is fantastic. This also has 3 times speed boost, which can inflate some tires within 59 seconds, so within 1 minute. That is crazy, because some of these little air compressors that I've reviewed in the past, they take like 10 minutes just to air up a tire. This does have a 7800 milliamp hour lithium ion built-in battery inside, and it does have the smart presets as I showed you. And another thing that I didn't mention earlier is when you have one of your presets on, say for example the car, and you're gonna pump that thing up to whatever the number is, 35 PSI, when it reaches that goal, this thing automatically shuts itself off. So again, it has 5 different preset modes for inflation and 4 different units of measure that you can use. I did show, and as you could see in this video, we were using it as the cordless unit. So you can also plug this in with this cord and use it as a corded unit. So you have both options. I think that's really, really cool. And again, that cord is almost 10 feet long. It gives you lots of room to use this thing. And the dual LCD screens lets you know in real time what the pressure is on the tires and your battery level. It does have a honeycomb thermal design inside that helps dissipate heat away, and it helps it stay cool. And it also has a noise reducing cooling fan built inside. Very cool. Now the operation noise I noticed on this one was not as loud as some of the other tire inflators that I've seen in the past. In fact, this one is below 70 decibels. Now the storage temperature for a unit like this is anywhere from 14 degrees all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. The dimensions of this unit, it's 3.62 inches wide, 7.13 inches tall, and 2.24 inches thick. Now when you turn the unit on with the power button, if you're going to be in cordless mode, you'll see the power level indicator of the battery. But if you turn it off and you plug in the power from the cigarette lighter and then you turn the unit on, you'll notice that the power level indicator for the battery does not show up. That's how you know whether you're using it in the corded mode or the cordless mode. So I thought that was pretty cool, so just keep that in mind. If you don't see a number here, that's because you're plugged into power. Now to charge the unit, it's extremely simple. We're just going to take this USB-C and we will plug it in, and as you can see, we have a green flashing light telling us that we're charging. And then when charging is complete, we'll know because it'll be at 100%. And just in this short amount of time, we've already came up from 86 to 87%. There we are at 88 now, so it charges fairly quickly. And now we are fully charged. So there you can see charging is complete. It says 100%. At this point we can just disconnect and use this unit as normal. Drop the unit down inside the bag. I'm just wanting to see what it's like in this bag. I think this is going to be really nice to keep on the quad. Goes in there like that. I like that it has the little drawstring on it. Cinch that baby up. And that's what it looks like in the bag. Not too bad. Very nice. Now taking the unit out one more time here, let's take a look at the power bank function of it and see what it looks like when we plug in a phone to maybe charge a phone or something. So here's my phone. We've got this thing here. Let's plug it in there, and as you can see, this thing kicked on. Now we'll plug this in and see if it'll charge my phone. Doo-doo. And as you can see, it went straight into charging of my phone. So the power bank function is really easy to use on this unit. Well, it looks like I have a low tire on my Rhino. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Set the unit down. We'll thread this on. Turn this unit on, and we'll put probably 21 pounds in here. So let me push and hold. We're going to set it to about 21 pounds, which I already have it set at that. So we'll just push the power button and see if we can pump this tire up. And there you have it. As you can see, we got it up to pressure, and it took about half of the battery to do it. This tire was pretty low. So at this point, I'm just going to disconnect. I love this connection point right here. It's brass covered with like some really hard plastic, so it's really nice. So as you can see, the unit worked very well, and it speaks for itself. I like it quite a bit. Well folks, my final thoughts on this unit are very simple. I love the fact that it has dual displays. The battery level indicator when we're using it in cordless mode works very well. I like that it has the presets. The buttons here on the side were very easy to understand, very easy to use. Charging this thing via USB worked very well. And I like the ability to use it in a cordless mode or in a corded mode. That was very, very nice. The fact that you can use this as a battery bank, it worked very well. And it's not a loud unit. Some of the other ones are very loud, and you saw how it performed. So if you're interested in this unit, I'll put a link in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.